Hello and welcome to Darkness Descending presents the North American Amateur Starcraft League. Season 2, Week number 1, Game number 2. Between players Glorifundel, the red Protoss on the right, and NickNack, the light blue Protoss on the top of the map. We are on Metalopolis, which is again another large map. Although again we have the adjacent spots, so we have very close proximity to each other, which is good for things like void ray rushes. Last game, I went for I had a particular idea in my head, which was I'm going to use a strat that's a very anti of a 4-gate rush. And that was very effective. And for this game, I figured I'd switch it up and do something different. I was actually going to go for a Robo Bay, so a wall off to Robo Bay, make an Immortal, and then go straight to Tech to Colossus as fast as humanly possible. But as things developed, I changed my mind. And I would like to mention that NickNack is actually a really good player. We played a couple games even after this is over, and I got soundly beaten. But in any case, went with a relatively simple startup, macroing up pretty well, putting out the 2 gateways to block off any possible view. And the nice thing with doing something like this is that it really gives your opponent something to think about. When you put down 2 gateways, they think that is usually indicative of a Zealot rush of some sort. I think NickNack might have thought I was in this base, so there was a little mistake there. In any case, I do at this point know that he has... where did my pro bug go? I think I might have already brought it back. In any case, he might have been going for some sort of forge rush, which is another reason why I put down that extra gateway. Because if you can't get vision, you can't forge up as easily. And I also put down my own forge so that if he does try to do this, I can at least put down a forge here so he won't be able to advance. So again, his forge rush was kind of foiled. So I had actually thought that he was putting a forge first to get a really fast expansion. But either way, he's kind of behind now because of those failed pushes. And I'm actually apparently chrono boosting something that doesn't have any units in it. Or maybe I can't... Oh. I had originally put a Zealot in there to take care of the pylon, but then he canceled it, so I canceled the Zealot. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is going for that starport, because I figured that maybe because he went with the forge first, he would go with something. He would try to go to some sort of expansion. It is important to note that expanding early as a Protoss is extraordinarily dangerous. There's not a lot of benefit to it, because Protoss because of the warp gates, Protoss can get a very large army relatively quickly in the early mid game, and in the early mid game you're only starting to realize your production capacity with the extra expansion. So it's a very dangerous move to make. But in any case, so I'm because I had to do the wall off because there was the forge. I decided to go with a void ray rush instead, because I figured that he probably didn't get gas early enough. He probably doesn't have stalkers, or if he does, he has very few stalkers, and so this is going to be that is why I'm going with the void ray rush. So NickNack originally was a Zerg, which is probably why you're seeing this. Zerg are very comfortable with early expanding, etc. That's just not as effective as a Protoss player, unfortunately. and NickNack realizes that he really doesn't have anything to offer against that. That's the end of the game. So as always, I hope you enjoyed watching these games, and if you do, then please subscribe and rate. And good games, NickNack. I would like to mention one other thing. He had just switched to Protoss from Zerg. So for someone who had just switched races, it was actually a really good showing. So good games, and I hope to see more out of you in the future. All right, bye bye.